right, and welcome to another episode of Kainos Confidential, episode 2. This week we have none other than Jena. What's your middle name, Jena?
There's a lot of middle names if it comes from you, so.
All right, well, let's just call it Jena Daniel for now, and maybe we'll
thank
edit in some. You can message me what your middle names are, and I'll edit them in to the final video. Okay, is that all right?
Sure.
All right, cool. So, how you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. No one ever asked me that, even though this is only episode 2. This week is stage 4 lockdown 2.0. How are you dealing with it?
At first I thought I would freak out.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you think about lockdown, people are gonna go crazy rushing into supermarkets, basically take everything away. But ever since lockdown 1.0, I've been going to the supermarket every second week and just secretly stashing stuff for me.
Oh, you've been hoarding?
Yeah, but secretly. Like, I'm only getting the stuff I need.
But isn't that bad though? Isn't that what?
No, I mean, I'm buying it and then not going to the store for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, okay, great. So that's just like regular grocery shopping, it sounds like.
Yeah, but just, yeah, I guess. I never used to do that. I think I started doing it since lockdown.
When you go to the supermarket, do you go through the candy aisle?
Yes.
Do you always get something from the candy aisle?
Yes.
What do you get?
Haribo gummy bears.
All right, what's the one chocolate in the candy aisle that you hate, that you think they should stop selling?
Anything that's caramel, because I don't like caramel.
That's such a popular product though.
I know, it's a bit controversial, but I'm just not a fan of caramel.
Caramel in anything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never knew that about you. So you've got to go to work soon, don't you?
Yes.
All right. So for those of us who don't know, where do you work?
I work at Macca's. I work on overnights.
Mickey D's, the Golden Arches. Everyone loves McDonald's. If you weren't working at McDonald's, you could pick any job that you would like, your dream job. What would you pick?
A forensic psych.
Sorry, what?
A forensic psych.
Forensic psych?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
So do you know how there's like murder cases or whatever you've seen in TVs, right? Yeah. And then there's people who have to analyze the body and like figure out certain situations, as in what caused the death, how is it related to the crime scene, whatever it is. Yep. I wanted to be one of those people.
What does the psych part of that mean?
I think it's because you have to go deal with the people as well.
So you have to get into the head of the killer.
Yeah.
Try and figure out their motivation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so that makes me believe that you would be a number 1 suspect for a future murderer. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I'm very worried that you're agreeing with me so easily.
If you're good at your job, then yes.
Okay, if you had to commit a murder, all right, what's the best way to get away? Like, how would you do it that you wouldn't get caught by the cops?
Well, I don't know yet because I didn't study the whys and the because.
Everyone watching this, be aware that as soon as Jena finishes studying her forensic psych, we're all, on the hit list. We're all like potential victims, so stay away. So tell the people who are watching this what you're currently studying.
I am currently doing a graduate diploma in early childhood education, which is childcare.
You're studying childcare, yeah. So you're going to end up working with like little kids?
Yeah.
If you come to church or youth, you know that Jena is very involved in YK. Is that why you love YK so much? Because you're studying with little kids, or that sounds weird, starting to work with little kids?
I think so, because when I first came to church, P said, told me, he's like, one day you should open up a childcare based on the church. And I was like, oh, that's funny. Never thought about it.
Whoa.
And then I started studying childcare. So
that's an amazing prophecy. Yeah. Wow. That prophecy is coming true. That's awesome. So along those lines of prophecy, okay, so let me change direction here. Let's talk about some spiritual stuff.
Sure.
Okay. Do you practice like a devotion time or a quiet time or anything like that?
Yes.
Okay. What does that look like for you?
It used to be harder, but ever since work started, it's been a bit easier only because there's more time.
Mm-hmm.
So for my birthday, Amber gave me a book.
Yeah.
By Tim Keller. It's I think you have it too. It's a devotion one.
Yep.
So I've started using that. It's just one page where you read a verse and there's a prayer at the end, but it also explains it to you.
Mhm.
So I'd sit down, read this, and then actually do like she got me a book as well. So I'm reading the book side by side.
Yep.
So I'd read the Devo book first and then read maybe a few pages from the other book
Mhm.
and then just pray for 10 minutes. That's it. While there's worship music in the background, because I can't be in quiet, alone time, which I'm finding is something that's how God talks to you. So I'm trying to learn how to let quiet time be without music.
One of the biggest questions we always get in youth leadership is like, how do I hear from God? All right. So people ask that all the time.
Yeah.
So if you were to answer that question, what would you say?
As cheesy as it sounds, you pray about it. If
Mhm.
there's a topic or question you have for God, you pray about it, you ask about it. And then I found out that I get answers through other people talking to me
Mhm.
or through reading my Bible a lot. Because I think when I was a kid, I used to, all right, I want to pray today. So I'd open my Bible at whatever point, whatever page, and just read this, hoping it would speak to me.
Yep.
So I used to do that ages ago, but now I've learned that like when you pray about it and actually like read specific chapters or books related to that topic, it kind of guides your path, if it makes
Mhm.
sense.
So do you think that's like an effective way for you to be hearing from God? Do you feel like you get a lot of direction from God through this method?
Yes, I'd say yes, because a lot of the answers to what I've had to do next have come from doing that.
So would you'd recommend that to youth kids who are sort of thinking, how do I hear from God?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. If you were to have a message for youth kids watching this who are feeling a bit isolated and maybe a bit spiritually isolated, what would you say to them?
Find a friend.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, find a friend, get them to keep you accountable. So start your Devo life, do whatever you think is best for you. Do it together, because when you do something with someone else, it's easier to keep track of it. Yeah, I think that's because it's very easy to be alone during lockdown, especially
Yeah.
when you don't have anyone around. And as much as Zoom takes a lot of energy from you, texting a friend isn't too hard because you always do it anyway.
Mhm.
So yeah, find a friend.
That's great advice. Great advice. What are you finding in lockdown? We always talk about the negatives of lockdown, isolation and loneliness and stuff like that. What do you have like any positives? Like, is there one thing that you're loving about being locked down?
I get to sleep a lot.
But don't you sleep a lot anyway?
No, I'm sleeping more because I don't have to travel a lot.
That's good. Are you like watching a lot of TV?
I am watching a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Currently watching The 100.
Okay. Would you recommend that? Is that safe for us to recommend to under 18s? All right.
Uh,
Don't worry. Let's move along. Let's move along. All right. What's one movie that's changed your life?
huh. I don't watch a lot of movies, but one of them that I watched recently, it's called Snowpiercer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen
I
that.
really like that movie. It's about climate change and how it impacted the rest of the people who survived it.
Yeah.
So that impacted me a lot because it showed me how, when it comes to the end of times, what people value the most.
Yeah.
So you gotta appreciate what you have, basically.
So if let's assume at the end of 2020, the planet Earth is still here and we haven't destroyed it with climate change or coronavirus or something like that.
Hmm.
Where's the first place you're going to travel to when you're allowed to travel again?
I think I want to go to New York.
Oh, you want to go to New York? Why is
Yeah,
that?
it's one of the places you want to tick off your bucket list. You
Yeah.
know, you at least went to New York, you saw everything that's there, and you can just say you went to the States. But also for the pizza. I love pizza.
Ah, okay. So not Italy for pizza, but New York for pizza.
Nah.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate on that any further? Or?
Well, I mean, if you go to New York, there's more than just pizza. It's for pizza, yeah, but there's more to that. There's like the good sightseeing. You went to most of the Disney World, Disney whatever Disney things they have there.
I don't think there is a Disney thing in New York.
No, as in you could do. I was thinking the state.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay, so
drive
you go to the
around.
States. All right, cool.
Yeah.
But you want to go see your parents or anything like that? Wow, interesting. I'm going to make sure that your mum gets a copy of this link.
I think she knows. She knows my first choice would never be back home because even though it's pretty and nice, It's a bit too restricted.
There's a lot of family drama going on here that we're not going to get into because this is a lighthearted chat show. Okay.
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining us. I don't want to take any more of your time because you have to sleep before your shift.
Yes.
All right. So any parting words for the Kainos Youth Group?
Come to youth.
Cool. I'm just going to kill this recording here. Comment if you have a suggestion of who you want to have next on the show. We've been getting a lot of comments for one person. It's like it's the same person. So hopefully we can get that person locked down for next week. But thanks for coming along to Kainos Confidential. Thanks, Jena.
No worries.
See you at youth sometime soon.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.